We're going to explain the dreaded permission-denied error, specifically errno 13, which often pops up when you're working with files in Python on Linux. This error basically means your Python script doesn't have the necessary permissions to access a file, either to read it, write to it, or delete it. Let's break down how to understand and fix this. 1. Understanding file permissions. Linux uses a permission system based on 3 categories: owner, group, and others. Each category has read R, write W, and execute X permissions. You can check these permissions using the lsl command in your terminal. For example, lsl myFile_text will show you something like rw r thou. This means the owner has read and write permissions, while the group and others only have read permissions. Your Python script needs at least the relevant permission, read, write, or execute, depending on what the script is trying to do with the file. 2. Identifying the problem. When you encounter errno 13, the first step is pinpointing the offending file. Python's traceback module can help. If you have a try except block catching the IO error or permission error, print the traceback. This will show you exactly which line of your code is causing the problem and the file it's trying to access. Look at the file path to know where to focus your attention. 3. Fixing permissions using chmod. The most common solution is changing the file permissions using the chmod command in your terminal. Let's say your script needs write access to myfile.txt, and it's owned by you. You can use chmod u+u myfile.txt to add write permission for the owner, you. If you want to give write access to the group, you'd use chmod g+w myfile.txt. For others, it's chmod o+w myfile.txt. To give everyone write access, use chmod a+w myfile.txt. Remember to replace myfile.txt with the actual problematic file's path. Always be cautious with chmod a+u, as it makes the file writable by anyone on the system. 4. Running Python with sudo. Caution. As a last resort, you can run your Python script using sudo. This runs the script with administrator privileges. However, this isn't always the best solution because it grants excessive privileges that may pose security risks. Only use sudo if absolutely necessary and understand the implications. For example, sudo python3 my script py. 5. Checking the file's existence. A simple but often overlooked issue is that the file may not exist at all. Your script might be trying to access a file that hasn't been created yet. Verify the file exists using ospath exists in your Python script before attempting to access it. 6. Using absolute paths. Ensure you're using absolute file paths, starting from the root directory, like /home user myfile.txt, to avoid ambiguity and potential permission issues caused by relative paths being interpreted in the wrong directory. Remember to always carefully consider the security implications when altering file permissions and avoid unnecessarily using sudo. By carefully examining the error message, the file permissions, and the script's file access logic, you can effectively diagnose and resolve errno 13 in your Python project.